What you got?
Nothing right now.
Introduce yourself, man. Everybody know what you're doing.
Hey, Sean, man. A lot of people just know me as the running man. Known these two fellas, what is it, 19 years? 19 years, long time. Long time. So, I wasn't here last time, but I made it out.
Yeah. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We had some backyard footage, but he didn't want that to get leaked, so we got to keep that behind.
Yeah, we saving it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So what you been up to, bro? You been busy since the last time we spoke.
Yeah, man.
What's been going on?
Work, man. Just what I'm doing right now is working. I start doing some real estate investment, so looking forward to buying some homes. We're looking forward to buying some homes, flipping them, and then reverse wholesaling. So making some cash real quick.
What new inventions are you working on in your laboratory and work there?
You know, it's crazy. One of the cool things we playing with right now, so everybody's on this Madden craze. Like, we were playing Madden earlier.
Yeah, he was mad.
So,
Hey, folks, he was mad because he couldn't figure out. Little motherfucker.
I took 3 L's last
Baker
night.
Mayfield was going to work. He picked the Falcons first.
Of course you will.
Here we go.
You saw what happened to him earlier today.
Anyways, what I was trying to say was,
The Raiders won. That's how we do it.
I'll let them get this out.
Nah, go ahead. I got trapped.
Roll Tide, by the way. Can we say Roll Tide?
Oh God.
Can we go ahead and
He
put
gotta have his phone back, man.
This is the whole leagues. Like, come on.
Just said,
Hey man.
hey, but the
I
Brady's
didn't have
doing all
nothing
right.
left. That was all I had. But no, so we're working. There's a new controller, an adaptive controller. You know, I work with spinal cord and brain injury patients. So there's an adaptive controller we have now that allows our patients that don't have much dexterity in the hands to go ahead and play their Xbox.
Really?
Madden 20, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the way we work it is pretty much we're setting up switches on different parts of their body that they can control.
Okay.
And so say pass, we want to make one of the switches on his cheek. So he would hit the switch with his cheek, pass the ball.
Wow.
Xbox, good looking, Microsoft.
Hey, Microsoft always stepping their thing up.
Unbelievable, bro.
That's some high tech stuff right there, bro. Oh,
I'll send you a clip of it.
I need that.
See you.
I need that clip so we can go right over wherever posted on the left side or right side. But I'm gonna clip of that. Y'all can see what he talking about in real life.
Yeah,
So, what position do you have in that creation?
So, me personally, I don't have any credit for that. So they sent that to us at Shepherd Center where I work, and then they leave it up to us to use it with our patients, and they give them feedback.
Okay.
Yeah, so
y'all the R&D.
Last episode, I had a little segue.
Right.
I had his own question 101. I had his question with Coco, but I kind of lost the footage. Blame me. It's all right. Human error. Guarantee you won't happen again. So with that being said, the question was, do you think our parents, by putting us in church at an early age, did it do good? How did it have that effect on you? I know you might not remember your answer, but go ahead and let it run. I got it up, gotta know.
Yeah.
Start first, though.
The answer will be the same. So I don't remember exactly what I said, but I definitely think church helps out as a good foundation because a lot of people, when you grow up in church, you learn basic principles. You learn it from like a different story, maybe the Bible, the Quran, wherever you learn it from, the Torah, wherever you learn it from, it's a different foundation or a different story associated with it. But it's basically an assessment of morality. It teaches you good versus bad, right, wrong. You know, it teaches you what evil is. So it don't really matter what the story was behind it, or what the verbiage was that it was put in, as long as you understand the principles and you apply those principles to childhood. I'm a strong and firm believer of like babies as they mature through infancy stage, and then adolescence. You got to teach them as adults fear. Teach them what fear is. Don't touch the fire. Don't touch the fire anyway. Now you burn. Now you're scared of fire. Now I got to explain to you why the fire is hot, so you don't. It's not teaching you not to touch fire. It's teaching you to listen to me. Right? So the next time, you might not see fire. You might see a hot oven. And you're like, well, there's not fire, so I can touch it. No, listen to me. Right?
More understanding. You need to understand where I'm coming from.
Right. And you need to learn fear, and then fear begets respect. That begets respect. So, back to your question, I think being brought up in the church as a Christian, right? Christian in air quotes.
Air quotes. Big one.
Right. So being taught Christianity established don't touch the fire, right? Listen to my mom, listen to my dad, listen to whoever's been here before. Listen to them, right? And then I started realizing that not everything was fire. And you start learning your
Oh yeah, you
right?
definitely gonna test the waters for sure.
Yeah, you
for sure.
test the waters. Everybody has to test the waters. Babies test the waters. They push their mom, they push their dad to see how far they can go.
I think I pushed everybody. I pushed everybody.
Any type of authority.
It was more of understanding. I understood what they were trying to teach me at that age, but it was like, let me find out for myself what y'all really trying to talk about and what y'all really trying to show. Because at that point in time, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna do it my way.
Right.
And my way didn't work out. That's not the point. How about you, bro?
All right. Man, I really like Jarvis' answer, and the reason why he really stuck with the morality of everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think church is really good with giving you a good foundation, a good basis to teach respect, honor, love.
Basic core principles of any person growing up
Absolutely.
that needs to learn balance.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing. Structure, discipline, all those things you can find in the church, right? Brotherhood, being collective, all that stuff is very important. Now, when you start getting into religious doctrine and stuff like that, that's where it gets sketchy for me.
Okay.
But I feel like growing up in the church did great things for me, and but then it also hindered me in a way, right?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't allowed to think for myself. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that was I didn't choose religion. You get what I'm saying? No child is right. No child is born saying, "Okay, I want to be a Christian." Right? Most times it's because it depends on where you were born.
Exactly. Yeah, you talked about that last time.
Right? So it depends on where you were born and what your parents decide to teach you. Correct? So we're taking on our parents' ideology. I believe if we were all given the opportunity to choose for ourselves, a lot of what goes on in confusion about religion, it'll eliminate itself. Because I believe instilled in us is the ultimate religion, and that's love. So that's just my take.
I love the answer.
And so just to piggyback on Sean, that was dope. Because we literally talked about that.
We really did. And that's why I was mad I lost the freaking hoodie. You have no idea. And I was mad you in there too, but it's okay. Everything happens for a reason.
Being in North America, we're 78% more prone to be Christian. Right? Or Baptist, whatever denomination you want to decide. But we're 78% more likely than the rest of the world to believe in Christ. Just being born in North America. Right? So if another religion is actually true, then we're 78% behind the Christian.
Hey, I didn't think about it like that. I've never thought about it.
So we've already been hindered by 78% if another religion is true. Right? However, one thing that I do believe that hinders, especially black people, black men, black women growing up, is religion is oftentimes used as a form of discipline. Right? For example, you got bad grades, so now you can't go to your homeboy, you can't go to my sleepover or whatever, 10, 11 years old, whatever you're doing at that age. You can't go to the birthday party. You got to come to church. Right.
This church becomes a punishment.
So church, instead of a guideline, a blueprint, church becomes a punishment. So then you grow up all your life, and there are several things that you resent. Brussels sprouts, going to sleep early, church, right? It becomes one of those things.
I go to sleep early now.
Oh yeah, I'm 33.
Bro, I get some sleep.
We older now.
I'm 33.
Taking a nap.
I take advantage of sleep. But in the adolescent phase, when you get to college, what do? You rebel. You rebel against everything that you learn. So if you learn religion as a discipline, when you get to college, the first thing you'll do is, I'm never going to church.
Nothing.
I'm in college. I'm staying on campus.
Let me touch on that.
Dive in. I like it. We got plenty of segments, guys.
I was watching a documentary last week sometime, and they spoke about how black men rebel. And the reason why we rebel is because we've been miseducated, and it's our natural instinct to try to fight against what we're being taught. because it's not truly sitting well with you. You get what I'm saying? When something doesn't feel good within your spirit, it doesn't matter what religion you're in, right? We all have a spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's something doesn't sit well within you, you lash out. You force yourself to say, okay, wait a minute, I'm going against the grain. So I believe society as a whole, not just within religion, has forced us to be something that we're not. And until black men and black women as well figure out who we are, then of course we're going to rebel and we're going to have friction among each other as men and as women. That's why the woman and the man dynamic in the black community is just always...
It's thrown off.
Right.
It's been thrown off for a while.
Absolutely.
I don't know. When did it really get thrown off?
Slavery.
When did that...
But anyway.
You thinking that far back?
Absolutely.
It was... Nah.
Oh, woo-wee!
Oh yeah, we playing with fire.
How much battery life you got?
Oh, we good.